Trade wars have always shaped economies for decades, and now the landscape is changing. Well guys, join us today as we dive into the reasons why we no longer just have trade wars, and why it's now all about skill wars. The fact remains that the global economy is witnessing a major shift, and skilled workers are becoming the new currency of success. Just stick with us as we explore the impact of this transformation, the winners, the losers, and the strategies countries are using to attract the brightest minds. With that said, let's get started. Currently, there are ongoing trade wars between countries that involve imposing taxes, tariffs, subsidies, and quotas on goods traded internationally. These trade wars are causing significant economic losses globally. Now, the real value lies not just in the goods being traded, but in the skilled labor that is sought after by different countries. Skilled workers are highly valuable resources in the modern economy, and countries are competing to attract and retain them. In the past, international trade was slow and expensive. Goods had to be transported using small and inefficient ships, and the loading and unloading processes were done manually at each port. This changed with the invention of the standard shipping container in the early 20th century, which allowed for more efficient and cost-effective transportation. Over time, shipping containers became the industry standard, revolutionizing the way goods are transported. Now almost everything is packed into these containers for international trade. Massive ships and ports are designed specifically to handle these containers, making the transportation process highly efficient. However, there are some downsides to this system. The reliance on shipping containers has made the global trade network vulnerable to disruptions. Supply chain disruptions, caused by factors like port congestion, equipment shortages, and other logistical challenges, have become more frequent. The efficiency of the system also means that any disruptions can have a significant impact on the supply of goods, leading to shortages and higher prices. Efforts are being made to address these issues and make the trade network more resilient. However, the fragility of the highly optimized systems poses a continuous challenge to maintaining stable and reliable international trade. In 2021, there were not enough shipping containers, but there were plenty of goods available for trade. Global trade has become easier and cheaper, making it more affordable to produce things in one country and ship them to another. This has led to many of our needs being fulfilled by suppliers from around the world. Globalization has been mostly positive for the global economy, helping many countries develop quickly by offering low-cost goods and services to advanced economies. However, there are winners and losers in this process. Workers now have to compete with people from all over the world, which can lead to job losses and political challenges. Skilled workers can easily move between countries, creating winners and losers in this aspect too. Some countries benefit from skilled migration, while others may lose. This situation can greatly impact individuals, affecting job opportunities and economic prospects for both the countries and the workers involved. When skilled workers move from one country to another, it can be good for both the countries involved and the world economy. Skilled migration usually helps the country that welcomes these skilled workers. The government can decide how many people can come in, what skills they need to have, and the conditions they must meet. Skilled migrants can benefit the economy in many ways. For example, in Australia, international students who come to study contribute money to the local economy through university fees and spending on housing, food, and other things. After finishing their studies, these students become skilled workers who can either go back home or stay and work in Australia, paying taxes and helping the country's industries. The United States, Canada, and the UK also benefit from skilled migration and international students, just like Australia. Developing countries with big economic projects also attract workers from other countries for a specific period. And even though they may not pay taxes, they can still be helpful because they bring their skills, work on the project, and then leave. In the 1970s, Taiwan brought in skilled workers from different countries to help with building major projects quickly. This practice is now happening in other places too, like the Gulf states, where foreign workers help set up industries and boost economic development. Countries like Japan, South Korea, and Israel also benefited from importing expertise, which helped them grow advanced industries. However, this process has challenges, and careful economic management is necessary. Countries using skilled migration and technological imports have become major contributors to the global economy. For example, South Korea's shipbuilding industry had a big impact on global shipping prices. These changes in the global economy have various effects, and while the free exchange of skills has many positives, there can also be winners and losers, similar to the free trade of goods and services. But from an individual perspective, having more freedom to move and work in different places is a great incentive. It allows people with good ideas to contribute positively to the world and build a better life. On the other hand, countries losing skilled individuals might be facing difficulties. If a lot of skilled workers are leaving the country to work and live somewhere else, it can hurt their economy. Less talented workers means less development and therefore less innovation and money circulating in the local economy. Italy serves as an example of an advanced economy with high living standards by global standards, but its economy has been falling behind compared to its Western European peers. The job opportunities for young skilled workers in Italy are limited, leading to high youth unemployment and underemployment, where people work jobs that don't match their skills and earn less than they could. They also can't contribute to the development and innovation in Italy because they can't use their skills in their jobs. Italy, like other countries, subsidizes education, but many Italian students move overseas to find better opportunities. While this is understandable at an individual level, it presents a dilemma for the country. If skilled graduates leave, the country doesn't benefit from the investment in their education through taxes and economic growth. Advanced economies face challenges in retaining skilled workers, but developing and undeveloped economies have it even tougher. If workers can find jobs in these countries, income levels are often much lower than the global average, and living conditions may not be as favorable. Countries use various tools to protect their industries and manage trade. Trade restrictions, such as import taxes, quotas, and bans, are employed to control the flow of goods and services. Similarly, countries might use subsidies to keep local industries competitive. However, subsidies can lead to higher taxes and inflation, impacting households differently based on their economic status. Regarding the movement of people, countries want to attract skilled workers while retaining their skilled labor. Just like trade restrictions and subsidies control the flow of goods and services, countries use similar approaches to manage skilled migration. In conclusion, the global movement of skills operates on a spectrum, from completely free movement to regular restrictions, and even to outright sanctions in extreme cases. Countries control their position on this spectrum through various measures, trying to attract and retain skilled workers while also protecting their local industries. The ultimate goal is to grow and support local industries. Advanced economies have used various methods to attract skilled workers, such as increasing quotas, which are similar to trade restrictions in economics. For instance, to move to Australia, a skilled worker needs to apply for one of the limited skilled worker visas. Less attractive countries need to offer incentives like low taxes, discounted housing, and guaranteed jobs to attract skilled workers. Countries can use subsidies to entice skilled workers, but they can also impose taxes or bans on workers leaving their country. The United States is one country that uses citizenship-based taxation, meaning citizens pay taxes regardless of where they work globally. Developing countries could benefit from sending skilled workers abroad to high-income countries, generating more tax revenue. However, challenges arise as countries may not have access to the income information of migrants or expats. In extreme cases, some countries might ban their people with certain skills from working abroad. Now you can see that restrictions on goods, services, or people can impact the overall prosperity of the global economy. Policymakers must carefully consider the balance between economic growth and the well-being of their people before implementing such restrictions. Alright, guys, that's a wrap on our video. What do you think about the global skills exchange or skill war and its impact on affected economies? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more.